Hello everyone, Treecks here and welcome back to Mario Tennis. Or must I say, welcome to Mario Tennis, because last time we didn't do a whole lot, other than explaining what is all in the game, how the game works, the controls and stuff like that. But today is going to be a different day. This game actually has a couple of modes we can clear, the things you do in order to finish off this game, to complete it for 100%. Today we are going to get started with the first thing, namely the tournament mode. This game has multiple tournaments to go over, a couple of basic, simple ones, and a couple of very hard, challenging ones. Of course, we're going to get started with the more simple ones. That's the reason why we're already getting started with that in episode 2. Another goal I'd like to make for myself is try to use every single character at least once during the project. Of course I will. In the introduction episode we got started by playing as Daisy, who's a technique character. So today I'm going to play as someone different, who's also a different type of character. So it can be anyone except for you, because you we've already seen. Perhaps I'll select you later again, but I'm not sure if there's actually enough modes to do so. But for now I'm going to pick a speed character, so let's get started with Baby Mario. Let's see how the speed characters work. While playing the tournament mode, part 1. Climb up the ladder as far as you can. And a ladder it indeed is, because it starts off easy. We start off at the bottom of the ladder, but the further we get, the more difficult it gets. Even here in tournament mode you have an option to pick singles or doubles. Of course I will be covering both of them, because they're both different kinds of tournaments. Perhaps I'll show off the first tournament of both of them today already. Depends on how long it takes. But no matter what, I'd like to get started with a singles tournament first. Let's get started. The first tournament is kinda like in Mario Kart, the Mushroom Cup, which actually takes place on a hard court, as you can see. Remember, normal ball speed and high ball bounce. Those are the traits of hard court in tennis. Basically the most basic of all courts, you might say. So perfect to get started on that. And then we get shown off the tournament bracket. As you can see, 8 characters are in here. And we are one of them. Of course we are. 3 matches we need to win in order to claim the Mushroom Cup. Let's get started by playing against our older self. Baby Mario versus Mario in a 1-set match. Of course, since this being the first tournament, the duration of the match also starts off pretty simple, namely just a single 1-set match. Bam! Yeah, as you may expect, because of this being the first tournament and the first match in that even, the computer players are going to be set on easy difficulty here. But don't worry, they will get cranked up quite a bit the further we get in the tournament mode. In the final tournament, the computer's difficulty is going to be insanely difficult. But first we need to earn that difficulty by proving that we can actually take on the lower difficulties. By beating this first tournament. Without any effort, hopefully. First game is for us. And just like with the exhibition matches I played yesterday, the tournament modes also make use of 2 game sets. Therefore saying, the first character to win 2 games will earn a set. However, there has to be a 2-game difference, so if Mario actually wins this game now, the set won't end. Oh, oops. Yeah, that sometimes happens if you misjudge where you need to stand. But don't worry, I'll get back into the groove hopefully. It's been a while since I played this very first Mario Tennis, so getting used to the controls and the placement a little bit. It's something that might happen in the beginning. One of the biggest downsides of speed characters is the fact that they are so fast. That's not always a good side. Sometimes they can be a little bit too fast, so you actually overshoot where you want to stand. Stuff like that can happen. But anyway, like I said, if Mario would have won this game, the set would have continued. And only once a 2-game difference would have been in place, then the set would end. But on this lower difficulty, it's not going to be a problem. 2 against 0 for me. So the match immediately ends, since it was a 1-set match. After your match you get the chance to continue the tournament or save your game and quit if you want to continue later. This actually makes use of the same save files that you also saw during the matches. You can also save in between matches in tournament mode. But of course we are going to continue. computers are going to be facing each other now. We're not going to see them, but we will see who is going to advance. Luigi, Daisy, and Yoshi. And therefore saying our next opponent in the semi-finals for the Mushroom Cup is going to be Luigi. So unfortunately not a whole lot of new content type-wise, because Luigi is just like Mario, an all-around character. However, in this nighttime setting we will see something different, because Luigi does use a different strategy. Luigi is the kind of character who always tries to move to the net, as you can see. He's a very attacking character. No matter what happens, Luigi will try to go for the net. And therefore be prepared to actually use a lot of lob shots against him. Therefore Luigi is quite dangerous if you give him the chance to hit the ball in front of the net. However, he also takes a lot of risk. Because the closer you are to the net, the less chance you have to react to the balls that I actually hit. And therefore I have a much bigger chance of passing him. Especially if I don't get surprised by him. But that is also something you can take in account. Not every character actually plays the same way. There are different kind of strategies that the characters in this game actually use. Luigi is the first example of a character who actually tries to play offensively and very aggressively. However, since he's on easy difficulty as well, just like Mario, we're not going to be bothered by it too much. But you can already see what his deal is. So you can imagine whenever playing on very high difficulties, this can be quite difficult to deal with if you don't know what you're doing. So, one more point and this one should be over. There we are.
Match point.
Usually easy difficulty characters are the only ones who can actually score return winners against. In my opinion, one of the more humiliating things that can happen whenever playing tennis, getting a return winner. You are the one that serves, and yet the first ball contact your opponent has is a point for him. Very humiliating. The final is going to be against Yoshi, which is suiting, since we're Baby Mario. Yoshi's best friend. But today we are not friends. The Mushroom Cup final. Baby Mario versus Yoshi. And watch, we are going to play our first 3-set match. So the moment we win 2 games, it's not going to be over. We need to win another set. A 3-set match is best out of 3. The first player to win 2 sets wins the match. So if you're not familiar with tennis rules, a 3-set match in tennis does not mean you always play 3 sets. It means you play until the first character actually wins 2 sets. So even in 2 sets time, it can be over. If I win the first 2 sets, Yoshi can no longer win, since there's only 1 set left after that, and the match will end. And that is how multi-sets work in tennis. Oh, let's cancel. The ball wasn't quite going to bounce the way I wanted to. You can actually press Z while charging to actually cancel your charge, so you can readjust your stance. Sometimes necessary, because occasionally you actually initiate your charge in the wrong position. But luckily the game gives you an opportunity to try again by simply resetting your stance. You can press Z for that. And as Yoshi is proving here, even surfing is something that the different kinds of characters vary, because Mario and Luigi both kept standing on their standard position, but Yoshi always goes to the far corner of his little box while surfing, as you can see.
Set point.
Also, that is something that varies when playing different kinds of characters. There we go. That's the first set. 2 games for me, and therefore 1-0 in sets. I'm ahead in the standings, but the game is not over yet. Need to win another set before I'm declared the winner. After the first game, it's every 2 games that we actually change court, and that's the reason why we're still at the top of the screen right now. It's also a rule in tennis. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that is what I meant with making sure your stance is correct. That ball actually bounced on my feet, and therefore I was not able to get it over the net anymore. So let's try this again. Okay, this is going to be an easy smash. There we go. Bam, bam, bam. The replays can also be awesome in this game. Let's go make one more point. Smash. On easy difficulty, the computer players usually have a lot of trouble handling my shots, so a lot of them actually bounce back high, giving me a lot of smash opportunities. Oh. Yeah, be careful not to smash the moment the ball is actually a little bit too low. The lower the ball is, the harder it is actually to control the smash. And therefore the chances of hitting the net or hitting an out are a lot greater. So be careful whenever using smash shots. Only do it if you're absolutely sure you can actually control the ball, whenever it's very high above you. Thank you. Yeah, Yoshi, that's the biggest downside of actually serving the ball from that far away. You leave open a lot of room. Let's make a smash return winner. Bam. And there goes the second set. And therefore the match. And therefore the tournament. That was the easy difficulty tournament. Freaking 9 smash winners. Yeah, you can clearly see this was the first tournament. No contest. This was just to get used to how tournaments work. The further we get, the better they will become. Let's go show off the victory ceremony. It's a heavy! Mamma mia! But here's help, your good buddy Yoshi. Even though you just beat him, he is still your friend. No, don't ground pound on him. I thought you guys were friends. But anyway, that was the Mushroom Cup on singles. And that is how tournament mode works in this game. We can actually continue on towards the next cup. However, this is something I'm not going to do, because I'd like to cover every single cup in this game with a different character, so Baby Mario is going to be done for now. So we're going back to the main menu. However, we're not going back to the main menu in order to switch characters for the second tournament. We are still going to do the first tournament. We're just going to do the doubles tournament next. There's also a Mushroom Cup in doubles. Also something worth covering. And since we still have time in this episode, might as well also do that immediately today. Let's get some progress done in this game. Who are we going to pick next? Let's go for power character. We have not played this power character yet. Let's go for DK. And let's select tournaments, doubles. Similar kind of deal, just different kinds of matches. But still the Mushroom Cup and still on a hard court. That does not change. Welcome to tournament mode doubles. And this is how the tournament bracket works now. As you can see, only 5 teams are present, but still 3 matches we need to do in order to win the Mushroom Cup. So for us, it does not really matter. As you can see, we don't get to select our partner. In doubles mode, every single character has a set partner. For Donkey Kong, that is Toad. Apparently. Didn't know that beforehand, but Donkey Kong always plays with Toad. Unlike with other Mario Tennis games later on, where you can select your partner, here, in the first game, we get a set partner. We're playing as Toad. While we are playing the man himself, ape of the first hour, DK or Donkey Kong. Okay, let's enjoy playing a power character next, who can hit the ball really hard. 100 miles per hour serve. And it wasn't even the perfect serve yet. Okay, 102. Still need to fine-tune the perfect serve. For every single character, that is actually a different point, so don't think you can actually learn the timing for every single character just by studying one character. Every single character in the game will have a different point where you need to hit the serve in order to get a nice and therefore a perfect serve. And with DK, I'm so far not really feeling that sweet spot. Thank you, Toad. You were a good help at the net. Just like with single player mode, of course, this first doubles tournament is also going to be placed on easy difficulty. And therefore, those 2 guys at the other side of the net are not going to be challenged quite yet. Oh, don't mind one of my friends playing ukulele in Impossible Lair. This is played on the Nintendo Switch, if you didn't know quite yet. In fact, part of my friend notifications came into screen right now, kinda gave that away. This is on the Nintendo Switch. Not that it matters, it's exactly the same game as the original Mario Tennis, of course. Come on, Toad. What kind of a weak shot is that? Even my partner is on easy mode, it looks like. Okay, let's try it again. Ooh, that's a bad return. As you can see, Toad actually had a pretty poor return, returning the ball high and therefore giving Luigi a chance to finish it off. But luckily he's still in easy mode, so he was not able to do so. He answered Toad's weak shot with a weak shot of himself, and therefore I was able to defend. But those are the kind of situations you want to look out for when playing doubles. However, on easy it's not going to trouble us quite yet. Let's move on to the semi-finals. Let's play on nighttime again. As you can see in the background, nighttime is a thing during the semi-finals for some reason. Let's go face Paratroopa and Wario. A powerhouse and a tricky character. Smash! Let's see if I can find that sweet spot. No. I'm gonna be honest here, I've never been the biggest pro at hitting perfect serves in this game. There are a couple of characters who I actually play a lot more with, like Wario and Paratrooper for instance, who I can actually serve a little bit better with, but characters I rarely play as, I usually have a lot of trouble finding that perfect sweet spot. And therefore you can kind of say that surfing is not really my biggest strong suit in this game. Lop? Nope. I need to stop trying to lop against Paratrooper. Apparently I'm not learning that it doesn't work against him. There we go. There is a game. Paratroopa's up for surfing next. So we can actually see off his tricky type. As you can see, the moment he makes a charged shot, the balls will actually curve a lot. So whenever facing a tricky character like Paratroopa and Boo, definitely keep an eye out the moment they hit a ball charged or when surfing. The serve is of course always a charged shot, so in the moment they hit a charged shot, the balls will always start curving. The curve is always inwards the moment they hit the backhand, and is always outwards the moment they hit the forehand. But luckily, this guy is still set on easy difficulty, so he's not really putting a lot of power in his curved shots. But we can already see the effects, and therefore we need to take into account how annoying these characters can get later on, the moment their difficulty rises.
Match point.
Oh. Even on lower difficulty you can still get surprised. That was a big oops. But it does prove my point. Paratroopa and his curved shots can be tricky. And the same applies to Boo, of course, the other tricky character. But now that we have had our proper introduction to tricky and power characters, it is time to actually score ourselves a Mushroom Cup. For the second time today. We are going to face another tricky character, Boo, and his partner Birdo, who is a speed character. Donkey Kong Toad versus Boo Birdo. Let's see if you guys are able to surprise us. There we go. Not the corner. I would have picked Toad, but still. Ooh, an ace. One of my worst serves so far with DK. And that one becomes an ace. Interesting. Still can't find that sweet spot for the perfect serve. Here, Toad, I'll help you. Yeah, nobody forces you to stay behind. Sometimes, if the situation allows it, I will also go to the net. Absolutely guaranteeing that we're going to score a point. Okay, that's easy. Come on, Toad. Hit the smash. Not like that. Come on. My partner is failing in skills. Yeah, you can definitely also see an improvement in difficulty when it comes to your partners, not just your opponents, but whenever playing doubles tournaments, your partner also improves in difficulty at some point. Because you can clearly see he's not the best partner at this point, but even the doubles partner you play as will also improve the further we get. Luckily he does, because if this is the skill level he keeps during the later tournaments, then you definitely don't stand a chance. Hey, come on! That wasn't out. Hawkeye, please. Okay, I'll handle this. There we go. 1-0 in sets. And now that we're playing a 3-set match for the first time in doubles, you can actually see the serving will rotate across all of the characters. In the first set, in the first game, I was the one to serve. But now that the serve is back on our team again, Toad will actually serve for the second service game. And the same deal is going to be the case for them. In the previous game, Boo was the one to serve, and in the next game, Birdo will serve. And then it will rotate around again. In the 5th game in the match, I will serve again. However, I doubt there's going to be a 5th game in this match. On easy difficulty, I should be able to finish this off in 4. Namely 2-0 against 2-0. Here's one. Yeah, as you can see, Birdo will now serve. The only character who has not served yet in this game. There we go. A return winner is especially difficult to make on doubles, if it isn't obvious. There's 2 people to pass, but even on doubles, easy difficulty makes it possible. 2 more points. Let's make this quick, because video time has run out already. You can see we're approaching 22 minutes, so... Let's go reel in this Mushroom Cup and call it a day with this first introduction and easy tournament. Bam! There we go. No challenge so far. Today's episode, covering the Mushroom Cup on both singles and doubles, you can see as an introduction to tournament mode. Now that we know how it works, and we also know that these characters are no challenge for us, it is time, next time, to improve the difficulty a little bit in the second tournament. But first, let's enjoy receiving the Mushroom Cup for the doubles tournament. Unlike in the singles tournaments, there are no unique cutscenes for all of the characters. Don't worry, I will show all of them off, even the characters we're not going to play a singles tournament with. In doubles, you'll just get this generic victory dance. But I'll remember to show off all of the single, unique cutscenes later on. Donkey Kong is going to be one of them, of course. But anyway, that was the first tournament, both on singles and doubles. Next time, we're going to do one step higher. It's not going to be a big step, but it is going to be a step. Next weekend, we will continue with Mario Tennis. Treecks out!